Hey everyone, it's the Tiffinator, and in today's game I'm using an AUG with dual mag and a silencer. I also have Usolve Scavenger Pro, Tactical Mask Pro, and Warlord Pro with Novgas and some techs. So, if you've been following me, you know I'm super excited because it's finally springtime and I'm starting to grow a little garden. Nothing too extravagant, just, some lettuce, some tomatoes, and some, um, some different kinds of herbs that I can cook with because I love cooking and I like eating veggies too. I'm really excited because they just started the summertime farmers market in my area. So I try to get down there as often as I can. And it's really cool. They shut down like, I don't know, 2 or 3 blocks downtown. So it's really accessible. And I can go there after work, and there's a park just a couple blocks from there. So I'll either, go for a walk or go for a run, depending how I feel, and kind of get relaxed a little bit. And then I can browse around the farmer's market and take some time looking at some cool stuff. So they have all sorts of stuff. They have like freshly baked artisan breads, they have tons of produce by local farmers. And then they have some little craft corner kind of things. But super cool stuff, and it changes every week. So it's always kind of nice to just go there and be surprised and be inspired by what they have that's fresh and local. And I kind of just go there once a week and see what they have and then kind of develop a meal around that. So you guys know that I love cooking. And I'm Chinese and Japanese. I grew up mainly on stir fries. My mom would make that was like her go-to meal. Whatever we had in the house, she would throw something together, and so that's kind of how I grew up cooking and eating. So I'm the kind of person that doesn't really follow a lot of recipes. I'll see what looks good in the grocery store and pick that up and then kind of just throw some stuff together. So I make a lot of different stir fries. My go-to meal probably if I don't really have anything inspiring and I'm just like, oh, I'm hungry, I need to make something, would probably be teriyaki chicken. I grew up in Hawaii, so we ate a lot of barbecue and that kind of stuff. We had teriyaki chicken pretty much like once a week at my house. Every Sunday we'd have a barbecue, and then family members and everybody would come by, and it was just like a nice, relaxing, Sunday night. And then later in the week, if you had extra rice and chicken, you would just throw together some fried rice or something like that. So that's kind of how I grew up. And it was kind of crazy because in college, I had to cook a lot. I lived in an apartment with a bunch of roommates. And so we all kind of got together, went grocery shopping together, and cooked together. And I didn't think that I was too sheltered, but it was weird that, all my roommates made fun of me because I had never eaten like Kraft macaroni and cheese. I mean, I knew what it was, but we just didn't have that at my house. And I had never cooked a hamburger helper, so they taught me how to cook that. And and we made, I made a lot of teriyaki chicken with them. It was really cheap just to buy, like chicken breasts, and all you need really is like soy sauce and sugar. And rice was like super cheap, so we would eat that a lot. And my roommates, they weren't too adventurous. I had one roommate that was a vegetarian, so she basically cooked by herself. She really didn't want to have anything to do with what we were eating. And then I had like 2 other roommates. One of them just loved chicken. That's all she ate practically. And the other one, she hated red meat and she really didn't like seafood. I'm like, you are crazy. I love seafood. But yeah, she wouldn't touch it. So we ate a lot of chicken and that kind of stuff. I also love making soups because they're so easy. You know, it's like one pot and it can feed me for days. Growing up, my mom always made this Chinese, it's kind of a soup. It's more like a porridge, like a rice porridge soup, and it's called juk. And so we would eat that a lot in the wintertime, or if, we felt like we were gonna get sick, and we'd eat a lot of soups. So the other day, I was feeling like I was having a cold coming on, and I went to the grocery store because I wanted to pick up a ton of oranges. And oranges are one of my favorite fruits. I love, really juicy fruits like pineapples, oranges, that kind of thing. So I'm standing in the store picking out, what oranges I want to take with me. And this like random lady comes up to me. I don't know if she thought I worked at the store, or, maybe I just look like some nice person she can talk to, but it was so random. So I'm going to share this story with you. And I don't know if you think it's funny, but I thought it was kind of like funny and random. So, and this is the reason why I will never smoke, because I don't want to sound like this lady. But she sounded like, she came up to me and she was like, "Darling, can you help me find some oranges?" And I was like, well, I'm standing right in front of the oranges, so basically what you see in front of me. And she was like, "Well, what are these things that I'm standing in front of?" And I was like, well, there's tangerines and grapefruits and, but these are oranges, what I'm standing in front of. And she's like, "But I want to make the juice." And I was like, yeah, you can make juice out of any of these. I was so confused. She's like, "But I want to make the orange juice in my juicer." And I was like, "Okay, well, these are oranges." And like, she wouldn't stop. She's like, "But I have to peel those. I want the good oranges." And I was so confused. I was like, well, any oranges you buy, you'll have to peel, I mean, if you don't want to peel oranges, they have juice in another section where it's already juiced and you can just drink it. And she's like, "No, that juice sucks. I want fresh juice. I make in my juicer." And so she was like so stuck on picking up tangerines, but I didn't want her to be pissed off at me. So I was like, "Well, those are tangerines. So do you want like a tartar juice, like a, tart juice? Because you can make grapefruit juice or juice from the tangerines, but that it won't taste like orange juice." And I don't know if she was getting upset at me, but she's like, "No, I want the orange juice. Show me where the oranges are." And I was just like, "Oh, leave me alone. Like, these are the oranges, And, yeah, any of these things you buy, you're going to have to peel and then juice if you want to use your juicer." And so I was like, "Okay, I got my oranges. Okay, bye." I don't know why these people come up and talk to me. I get so like, ah! Okay, well, I go 31-3. This is the Tiffany. Come play with me.